Okay, first time making a recipe video. This is going to be interesting. So, low carb cooking. Breakfast muffins are really good in a pinch, especially when you work double shifts. It's really nice. I haven't tried using these little muffin liners, so we're going to see how those go. So I have a muffin pan. I greased 6 of these, half of them already. They're very well greased. The other half, we're going to try and use the papers. I don't know if they're going to work. I've also, usually it's like 1 egg that you crack into each slot, but I already did this, so we're going to try this with some of them. And I whisked all of these, our 6 eggs whisked together. Try that proportionately. I don't have a lot of confidence. Oh, hey, that might actually work. Shoot. Ooh, I think I filled that one too much. See, the nice part about doing each individual egg is it's all proportionate. Alright, the other way is to take an egg, crack it into your muffin tin. The bad part about that is it takes a long time to get the egg whisked inside. But we're going to try this both ways and do a science experiment here. And not leave any... Maybe that's just the egg. Alright, we have all of our eggs cracked in. And since we don't want to scratch the Teflon in the muffin tin, I just kind of stir it around a little bit. Chopstick might even be easier on that. I really want these to work. I don't think this is going to work using these muffin liners. I don't do that much baking though, so there's no need for me to actually use these, so it'd be nice to use them up. No, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Bad liner. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, future reference point here, don't use the liners. So normally all of this would be carb free, but since we're trying to do like an entire breakfast, I used tater tots, just frozen tater tots, and they are 20 grams of carbohydrates for about 11, so it's about 2 grams of carbs per tater tot. So we're going to stick 2 of those guys in, and then repeat that for every single one. And I only do 2 because that's all that fits in here. And this guy is getting sacrificed because there's eggshells, and the muffin liner kind of ripped and broke and fell apart, so that was a no-go. Okay. And then we are going to take, I already cooked up my bacon earlier, and it's just easier to use a scissor. Cut up your strip of bacon into small pieces without any jumping ship. And then we are going to do that for every single one. So 1 strip of bacon per muffin. And last but not least, we are going to add a little bit of cheese. And the cheese does melt, so you don't want to go crazy with it. I put way too much in there and then it just kind of oozes all over the place. Pretty sure these paper cups are not going to work, which is really disappointing. The cleanup on these is not the most fun, unless you're ambitious, which I am not. But, like I said, they're an easy go-to food that's really low carb, but they're still filling. They still hit that satisfaction level, at least with me. This isn't the quickest process either. It's just time consuming with like cooking the bacon, and then you gotta cut the bacon. I mean, it's not hard. It's just I'm also really good at complaining about things when I'm trying to get stuff done. But all right, that's all in there. I usually kind of swish these all in so they get covered in egg, because it's going to be very similar to like a muffin, a dessert muffin. The egg is going to come up and go, and then you're going to get a nice top on it. So I like to get everything filled, but I don't believe it's necessary. I only make these like once every other month or so. And they do hold up in the freezer. They do get a lot of ice crystals on them, but I don't worry about them. And then to heat them up, just microwave them for like 60 seconds. And they get really, really hot on the inside, so be forewarned on that one. We are not going to press our luck with the paper linings. My oven is preheated at 375, and we are going to bake those for about 14 minutes. Just pulled the muffin tin out. No, where's my hand? That poor guy. The poor abandoned egg with the eggshell in there. He looks so sad. He does. But I think I might actually be able to use the paper cups. They actually seem to have held up pretty well. So, but you have all of that salty greasiness. I know it's not healthy from a grease standpoint, but if you like bacon and eggs and potatoes and cheese, this, I don't know, I'd give it a try. It's pretty painless and easy, but we will see what they taste like as soon as they cool down. This is a very macho pose. This is Corey.
Hello.
This is his boyfriend. Alright, so we have one that was in a heavily greased muffin tin, and then the one with the paper liner on it. You know, I should have greased the paper cup. That cat keeps sticking his head up. Yeah, that's a no-go on the paper liner. That's a no-go. Alright, you're off to the side. We're done with you.
At least you know now.
Right? Wait. Quasi-professional. Even though we don't have a camera to go and zoom in on it. Cross-section. And the cheese isn't as gooey when you have to microwave them for work, but they're still pretty good. He's staring at you.
He wants to be on camera too. A little more.
There he is! He's begging. He's been kind of grumpy all night. Alright, so that is my low-carb breakfast muffin. So each of these muffins has 4 grams of carbs. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. It's like a 0.2 unit bolus, 0.2 bolus of insulin. So
a little bit.
Not much. Hey, get... All right, that's a wrap.